Fuck, man. Here, hold my beer. Good evening, gang. Mikey boy here, creeping up on Christmas. Love the Christmas season. It's the 23rd. And hanging out in the high desert. Almost 8 o'clock, and we're going to call that, do we call it Pacific or Mountain Time, man? I'm right on the threshold. Anyway, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Great night. I love the Christmas time. Stand by. We're going to have some fun. My ice has melted, and I'll be right back. Good evening, gang. This is Mikey boy. I'm just kind of hanging out in the backyard. Everybody's saying, well, why do you want to listen to Mikey on a podcast? I don't know. I've been told I've led a non-boring, interesting life. We've got several things to talk about. We can do that. I'm Mikey, married to the lovely Julie. It's been, God, it seems like 50 years, but I think it's only 30 that we've been married. She just got home from shopping, by the way. I stiffed her on the Christmas shop, so I'm the douchebag of the day. Hanging out with my my dog Lita. Love Lita. We're German Shepherd people. She's our third German Shepherd. So Lita will be rooting around, bothering us, but that's okay. The cat. Love the cat. Cat's name is Fucker. We rescued Fucker from the pound. Everybody says, well, why is her name Fucker? Well, because it's, get off the counter, fucker. Quit biting my foot, fucker. So it kind of stuck. So the grandkids think the cat's name is Kitty, but in reality, that fucking cat's name is Fucker. All right, creeping up on Christmas. Right around the corner. You know, you hear some people bitch about Christmas. I don't mind. I dig Christmas. I'm an empty nester.
I do all the work.
Because my lovely bride, Julie, does all the work. It's like Thanksgiving. Love Thanksgiving. Love turkey. I can't cook one, but by God, Julie can cook a turkey. We're talking about Christmas. Love Christmas. Not as cool as when there are kids here. Christmas is much different. I put up a Christmas tree last week. It's not decorated. It does have lights on it. I tell you what, it's a good-looking tree. Okay, now why listen to Mikey? I don't know. You tell me what. Listen to Mikey. It's not been boring. I'll tell you what. It's been a good run. I was raised a poor white child. My father was an educator. My mother was everybody's mother in the early '60s was a housewife. 5 siblings, 6 kids. Mom had to join the workforce, right? So it's been an interesting run. I was an athlete. I was a jock, the one that everybody hates. Always playing ball. I had college scholarship, but you know what? Worked in the mall. Who didn't work in the mall to help pay for gas money? Hung out with the. Here's the cool thing, is although I was a jock, guess what? I was best friends with everybody, man. They weren't really geeks back then, but there were the Stonies. Love the Stonies. They're my best friends. In fact, they're still Stonies. All of them. I still write them in prison. Oh my God, I was a beekeeper, for Christ's sake. Apiary. Who works in an apiary? I do. Ask me questions about bees. We'll cover that one day. All right. Worked in a sandwich shop. Bartended. Ran away on my motorcycle. Lived on the West Coast. Why not, man? Lived in the Hollywood Hills. Why not? I'm not making this shit up. Yeah, I was in law enforcement for almost 14 years. Yes, I was that cop, that dreaded cop. So if you're a cop hater, fuck off and die. Best people in my life are cops, okay? Also, I can count the people I hate on one hand. I can count them on one hand. 2 of them are mass murderers. The other 2 are cops. So, you feel me there. Then, guess what? I was in mass media. Radio. I was in radio. Again, the magic number, 14 years. After that, I'm living the American dream, man. I'm selling cars. I'm a fucking car salesman. What could be finer, right? So, there's a little background, and we'll delve into every one of these things. So you think, why would I want to listen to Mikey? Well, we'll go over that here in the next. Oh, by God, you know what? I was raised Mormon. You're going to love that. So, coming up next, we're going to talk about, what's life hanging out in the Southwest in a small town, just loving life, having cocktails, smoking cigarettes. Coming up next. All right. Well, here we go. Here's a touchy subject. All right. It's called smoking. I see these ads on the TV. The truth. Man, I get a kick out of that. The truth. Your pets will die of cancer. Fuck you. Secondhand smoke. First time I see secondhand smoke on someone's death certificate, I will kiss your ass. Okay? It's bullshit and it's lies. Let's get one thing straight. Smoking, terrible. It's horrible for you. Health-wise. All right? Mentally, yeah. It's the assholes in the world that keep me from fucking not quitting smoking. Yeah, just every time I meet an asshole, it's like, you're the reason I can't quit smoking, and I'll go light up. So yes, I smoke. In fact, I remember being a little kid, man. Now we're talking early 60s, and the goddamn doctor's got a cigarette in his mouth. Everybody smokes back then, and I'm not going to justify smoking. I wish I could quit. I honest to God, I have tried so many times. We're going to stop the rant, but here's the deal. Casinos love to gamble. Love to gamble. I'm a gambler. Okay. Yeah, hold that against me. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Hand to God, as I'm sitting at a blackjack table, some jackass sits next to me as I'm smoking and drinking and gambling and asks me, "Hey, do you mind not smoking?" And my reply to him was, "Fuck you! This is the last fucking bastion. This is the only place I can smoke indoors in America is a casino. So if you don't like my cigarette smoke, go fuck yourself." There's my take on smoking. So if you want to bug me about my smoking, leave me the fuck alone because you're the reason I can't quit. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We're going to talk about ponchos, man. You're going to say poncho? What do you mean? I'm talking about casual wear. Again, I live in the Southwest. Yeah, and it's not 100 degrees 365 days a year. So in the wintertime, I enjoy sitting out back having a cocktail and a cigarette. You got to stay warm, so you put on a poncho. Are you kidding me? A poncho. Actually, you know how you are with your friends. We call it a pancho. In fact, 2016 was the year of the pancho, according to me and my friends on New Year's Eve. What a brilliant. Are you shitting me? Who came up with poncho? That's better than fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? If you need a blanket, what do you got? You got a poncho. If you're walking around, you want to keep the rain off you, what do? You put on a poncho. It's a blanket with a hole in the neck. Who wouldn't want a poncho? I get my ponchos. Dude named Leo. I found it online, man. Actually, the first poncho I got was a gift from a Hispanic woman that ran a great, authentic Mexican restaurant. I got the poncho. Love the poncho. Now I can't get enough. So the bottom line is, fuck a windbreaker. We wear ponchos where I come from. So get your poncho. It doubles as a blanket. It doubles as a pillow. And if somebody's giving you shit, you throw it over the top of their head and punch them in the face as fucking fast as you can. And they never know what hit them because they had a pancho over their head. All right. Again, man, Christmas Eve. That means, you know what? It's the bowl season. And as well as NFL playoffs. You've been checking this out. Speaking of which, did you see that ass clown down there in San Diego? The Chargers-Raiders game Sunday at Qualcomm. Did you see this? Hand to God, a security, we'll just call him security, not a security guard. They hire these guys. They stand there and look at the crowd, and I don't know what they're supposed to do because if shit hit the fan, these guys couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. But there's a video on this. I read the story, and masturbate was in the headline. Security guard horrifies crowd by masturbating. Are you shitting me? So, no. Seriously. So here's this guy. He's in the end zone, and he's standing by the pylon. Now, on the back of the end zone is the cheerleaders, right? So here's this guy in his windbreaker, fucking idiot. There's a still photo, and I'm thinking, come on, man, leave the guy alone. He's got his hand in his pocket. No. One of the fans, there's 50-something thousand people there, actually films this, and there are other fans telling him to knock it off. Stop it! Knock that shit off! No, man, the guy's rubbing one out. No mistake. And he's 10 yards from the cheerleader. So I pull up this video, and it's right there on video, man. I pull it up, and sure as shit, this sick little prick is rubbing one out, just going to town, acting like a bonobo monkey. What's he, greeting the cheerleaders? Right? People are screaming at him to stop, yet he just continues. So evidently he was fired. Yeah, the Chargers won. Well, no part of that. I don't blame him. Now here's the sad part. He's wearing a fucking windbreaker. What an idiot. If he'd have had a poncho, they'd have never caught him. There you have it. Stick around, man. We're just getting started on a Christmas Eve. Here we are, man. It's the Christmas season. Things are great, man. Christmas Eve tomorrow. I don't know what you got planned. Great night. Always a good night, Christmas Eve. I'll share one with you. Here's a yarn for you. Back in the day, when I was Officer Mikey boy, one Christmas Eve, right around shift change, so shift change was 1 in the morning. So it's got to be, 12:30, something around there. I call one of my favorite, my brother went through the academy with, call him up, 25 me. Come meet me. We're going to just kick back, quiet night. Had him meet me at a golf course. Of course, everything's shut down. It's quiet, beautiful Christmas Eve, and I just wanted to relax. The day's over. I'm going to go home. Waiting for Keeg to show up. I'm just looking back at it. This golf course sits on a knoll, and looking back toward the town, and in the mist and the cold, you can see the street lights and the Christmas lights, and it was a perfect night, just dead quiet. Nothing on the police radio. Now there's a 4-lane road, and underneath that, from one hole to another, is a little tunnel, enough room for one golf cart to get underneath. And above that is a fence with vertical poles. So it's like a baby's crib, or how about this, a jail cell where you can't fit your head in, but a dog can, right between the bars. So I'm sitting here waiting for my friend Keeg to show up. We're going to have a smoke and just enjoy the end of the shift on a Christmas Eve and listen to Christmas music in my patrol car. And I see this dog pacing back and forth about 50 yards from me on this road looking down into the tunnel. And it's like a lab mix, all right? Size of a lab, a little longer hair. But he pokes his head through those bars and he's looking down into where this tunnel is. So finally, let's investigate. My God, that's your job, right? So I walk over and I glance down, and now it's probably about 12 feet down from where I'm standing. And there's a bicycle laying down, and in the darkness and shadows, I see a man laying on the ground. He's just staring up at the sky, blinking, right? Of course, my first question is, you okay? And he says, yeah, I'm okay. And evidently, he's out on a bike ride, on a mountain bike, and he comes through this tunnel, but it's cold, it's 30 degrees, and there was some ice down in there. He couldn't negotiate the turn and hit that fucking wall head on at high speed. So he's sprawled out, looks like a corpse, but he's okay. And I said, do you need medical? He said, absolutely not, I'm fine. But it wasn't that coherent, because this dude was dinged, right? So I said, come on, I'll help you out. And he said, no. And he got up and he walked his bike up the ramp, probably another 30, 40 feet, gets into the parking lot where I am. And I said, man, what the fuck? What more can you say, right? What are you doing? And he explained, yeah, I'm on a bike ride. I said, are you local? And he said, no, I'm here visiting my in-laws. So he's out on Christmas Eve, out on a bike ride. I guess his in-laws are driving him crazy. Imagine that. Son of a bitch knocks himself out. And I said, dude, and the dog's still watching. So I say to the guy, you should name your dog Lassie. He said, I don't have a dog. And I said, well, if it wasn't for that fucking dog right here, I'd have never found you. So some stray just come out. It's like, yeah, stomp your foot twice, Lassie, if there's a dude down there in the tunnel. No, he didn't have a dog. So he gets on his bike. I said, you want me to throw that bike in my trunk and take you home? He said, no. And he hops on that bike, rides down the road into the darkness, and that front tire just fucking wobbling. I don't know how that sumbitch is staying on. And I just said, Merry Christmas. Oh, Elf on a Shelf. Back when we were kids, it was Santa Claus. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Yeah, that is kind of creepy. I gotta admit, man. You got a window peeper out there, right? Well, I'm kind of out of the loop, but Elf on a Shelf. My daughter's cluing me in on Elf on a Shelf. In case you don't know, man, it's this creepy little fucking elf that parents sit in the house. They got to move them. They have to move them every night or something, but that's what keeps the kids in check. It's like nanny cam. So, in fact, I guess my daughter and son-in-law have been busy. And the little dudes, man, they don't miss a step. They want to know why Elf on the Shelf hasn't moved. He's sitting up in a chandelier. It's been 3 days and he hasn't moved. And my daughter said, well, he's been a little sick lately, so he's just recovering. So, yeah. So the lie continues, man. Elf on a Shelf. Fucking brilliant, man. Now, let's go back to grandkids. The grandkids, the unholy trinity. You gotta love these guys. So here we are. Every Sunday's my favorite because my daughter and son-in-law bring the boys over. Well, last summer, let's see. Let's get ages here. 6, 4, and 2. All right, we're doing math, so bear with me. They're always sitting in the backyard. Having a great day. It's nice and sunny and hot, and in the backyard, beautiful backyard, trees cover the lawn, big limbs. Got a single rope with that Little Tikes disc swing. Look, it's about the size of a frisbee, but yeah, much more thick. Right. Well, as everyone's conversing, and I've got my cold beer, and it's just a great day, enjoying it with the family. Above the conversation, I can just keep hearing repeated, closer. Closer. So as I glance up over everyone's shoulder, there's my 6-year-old grandson, and he's throwing this swing in an arc. So it swings 360 degrees, and off in the distance is the 4-year-old. Here they are in their shorts, no shirts, little fat kid bellies and feet. And he takes a step closer every time this pendulum swings past him. And I can see what's about to happen because he's getting closer and closer. And sure as shit, I could have stopped it and I didn't. And I blame myself. But there I was, man. Clocked him right upside the fucking head, man. Drop him like a sack of shit. So I have to go comfort the kid. Everybody scatters. So it's time for popsicles, right? I don't call him anything. A popsicle. Otter Pop. Carry the 4-year-old in. Get him his popsicle. Well, by the sliding glass door is another door to the mudroom that's got Lita's dog door, where the little dudes like to run in and jump. Well, they can't run. It's a dog door, but it's big enough for kids to get in and out. So after the 4-year-old gets his Otter Pop, the 6-year-old's climbing inside the dog door. He's got his hands on the floor. He's halfway in, halfway out, and the little dude with the popsicle that had just been hit in the head with that swing doesn't break stride. Changes hands with the popsicle from his right to his left and cold cocks the dude in the head without breaking stride as payback. You gotta love brothers. I miss my brothers. All right, man, talking about Christmas, the unholy trinity will be by tomorrow. Stick around, man. I gotta go mix another cocktail. So as Christmas is here, 2016, reach out. Think about your friends. How many are there? I got more friends than I can count. By God, I miss each and every one of them. So seriously, there's going to be some folks that you haven't reached out to or spoken to in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Take a minute, sit back. You've got the time. Slow down and say Merry Christmas or love you, thinking about you. Again, unless you're like me and you've lost their number, you have no goddamn idea where they are. But you know what? I'm thinking about them, and that's what counts. Merry Christmas. God bless everybody. Christmas 2016.